What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Joe Waters, aka Mr. Keep the Same Energy. As we all are sitting in this quarantine crisis right now, everybody trying to get outside, trying to get out the crib. Just wanted to give a little bit of therapy today because there's something that's still very important and don't want to have it get overlooked in times like this. And that's a very near and dear thing to my heart, and that's called mental health. At times like this, when you're sitting at the crib, if you're somebody who struggles with mental health, you're sitting alone with your thoughts a lot of the time. You're isolated. It's just you. So whatever it is that's in your mind, a lot of times, if we don't have any way to kind of express it or get it out, then it can be a bit of a detrimental time. So quarantine, while some people kind of like staying at home, or some people are thinking about getting back out there once this thing is over, for somebody who may struggle with mental health, this could be a pretty detrimental time. So what I wanted to do today, I just be real brief. I just wanted to give a couple of pointers on how to get through quarantine with your mental health intact. So the first thing that I would say to you is, it's a very big important one. I'm somebody who I've struggled with depression. I've struggled with anxiety. I've had family members who have struggled with anxiety. The greatest thing that I can say first and foremost is do not ever let those thoughts just sit there. And what I mean when I say that is find an outlet. So for somebody like me, my specific outlet, whether they rhyme or not, is I write it down. A lot of times if I have like a crazy dream and it's affecting me, or I have a bad thought or anything like that, I just take the opportunity to write it down. And the reason why that's something that's important and beneficial is because when you're in those moments that you feel like you're alone, there's nobody else there with you, writing it down is a good way to it's a good outlet to get those things off your chest. And then at the same time, when I revisit those things, I can, whether it was a good situation or whether it was a very negative situation, it is something that I can use to move forward. The second thing is, be brave enough to find somebody to talk to about it. Quarantine, you're home alone, you're by yourself. I see a lot of tweets or a lot of hashtags that say, let's be alone together. But we got to do that in the same thing when it comes to mental health. If you're struggling right now with your self-esteem, if you're struggling with who you are as a person, if you're struggling with just simply knowing yourself, or even the problems and things that you go through, maybe you lost your job through this terrible pandemic, maybe you know a family member who lost their life, maybe you struggle with the COVID-19, this isn't something that I want to take lightly. I want you to know that talking about it can be so much better, because it takes that weight, that whatever it is sitting on your chest, and it transfers it. It takes that weight and it says, hey, I know I'm dealing with something, but I just need somebody to listen. And being able to talk about something that you're dealing with, depression that you're going through, and getting that off your chest is so very, very, very important. And the third thing, the final thing that I would say before I get up out of here is please never let your fear stand taller than you. And what I mean when I say that is, for me, I hold on to my belief. Now, I'm not trying to preach to anybody by any stretch of the imagination, but anytime I have those moments where there's something that's stopping me from taking that next step higher, I have to remember that fear doesn't stand taller than me. That fear that may, at the beginning of the year, a lot of people say, I'm going to go to the gym, and then a lot of times it never happens, or they never stick with it because of the fear of the repetition of just keeping going at it, and it's something that they just don't want to do, and they break that cycle, and then they go back into that fear, that shell of fear. I don't want that to be you. I don't want you to be handicapped by fear. You stand above your fear in every sense of the word. If you want to go for that new job, jump for it. Fear can't hold you down. If you want to go for that new career move, jump for it. Fear will tell you that it's not going to work out, but just jump for it. Take that leap. If you feel like there's something that you were meant to do, and you're not doing it at this present time, take that leap. Because the only thing that will hold you back is fear itself, and fear cannot hold you. It is not stronger than you. It is not standing taller than you. You are better than that. So I just wanted to leave y'all with a couple of steps on how to get through this quarantine with your mental health intact. So a little bit of therapy from my end to you, from you to me. Jump in the comments. Let's talk. If you're somebody you need somebody to talk to, be brave enough to jump in the comments. Tell us what you're dealing with. Let us love on you. Let us be there for you, because we're a community. So that's the one thing I love about this is nobody has to struggle together. We can all grow together and we can all win together. So my name is Joe Waters. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for subscribing to the page. And I'm gonna hit y'all with a few more videos real soon. But much love, grace, and peace. Hey, here.